Have you ever seen someone win without trying? My senior year history teacher, Mr. Jefferson, made my life hell from day one. Dude would call me out in front of everyone saying I was wasting space and would never amount to anything. He'd give me detention for stuff like clicking my pen too much or looking out the window. Other kids could literally sleep in his class and he'd ignore them. But here's the thing, I wasn't actually stupid. I just kept my mouth shut because every time I tried to answer questions, he'd cut me off or tell me I was wrong even when I wasn't. So, I stopped trying to participate. I'd sit in the back corner, take notes, and let him think whatever he wanted about me. What Mr. Jefferson didn't know was that I spent every night at home studying, not just his boring textbook. I'd watch history documentaries on YouTube, read Wikipedia articles for hours, and even checked out college-level books from the library. History was actually my favorite subject. I just wasn't about to give him the satisfaction of knowing that. One day, he announced this huge academic competition. The winner would get a $5,000 scholarship and their essay published in some fancy history magazine. He spent 20 minutes talking about how only the serious students should bother applying. Then he looked straight at me and said, "Some people shouldn't even waste their time filling out the application." I didn't say anything, just nodded and kept taking notes. That night, I went home and spent 4 hours researching the perfect topic. I wrote about how the Underground Railroad actually used business networks that still exist today. Took me 2 weeks to write the essay, staying up until 2 a.m. most nights to get it perfect. The competition had 3 parts: a written essay, a presentation, and a quiz round in front of judges. When I turned in my application, Mr. Jefferson literally laughed. He told the other teachers I was delusional if I thought I had a chance. Competition day came and all the smart kids went first. Ashley did her presentation on World War II with a fancy PowerPoint. Brandon talked about the Civil War with props and everything. They all had confident voices and big gestures. Then they called my name. I walked up front with just a single piece of paper with my notes on it. No PowerPoint, no props, just me. I started talking about how enslaved people didn't just escape randomly. They used the same trade routes that businessmen used. How modern companies like FedEx and UPS basically follow the same paths. How you can still see the connection today if you know where to look. The judges started leaning forward. One of them was taking notes. Another one pulled out her phone to fact-check something I said. When I finished, the room was completely quiet for like 10 seconds. Then the head judge started clapping. Then everyone else joined in. Mr. Jefferson just stood there with his mouth open. 2 weeks later, they announced the winner. They called my name over the intercom and told me to come to the principal's office. When I got there, all the judges were waiting with this huge certificate and a check. They told me my essay was so good, they were recommending it to be published in a national journal, not just a school magazine, an actual academic journal that professors read. The best part, Mr. Jefferson had to present the award to me in front of the whole school at the next assembly. He handed me the certificate and barely managed to say congratulations. I just smiled and said, "Thanks for believing in me, Mr. Jefferson." He knew I was being sarcastic, but he couldn't say anything with everyone watching. After that, he never called on me again. Never gave me detention. Just pretended I didn't exist, which was honestly perfect. I used that scholarship money for college.